more cigarettes. Because the ego, the part that likes to be fearful or thinking separate, it loves guilt and fear. You notice that? That there's a part of you that actually seems like it just gets off on guilt and fear.
For sure.
Right.
Fear.
But the part of you that sees it as a mistake will go, I don't want to keep doing that. That's a mistake. It's like when you see yourself having a pattern in relationships, and all of a sudden you notice that this seems strangely like the last 50. Only difference is as you study spiritual truth, you find out faster.
Yes.
Like where it used to take you 10 years before you realized this was an error and you changed it. Then it gets down to 8. And then it takes, you've been there 5 years. Then it gets down to 1 year and you go, oh no, I gotta do this different. And then it gets down to like a month. And then it gets down to, you have this relationship, you're all happy, and then a week later it's over.
Yep.
And you go, what happened? It's because now you're recognizing it faster, you're ending your pattern faster, and then it'll get to the point, one day you'll be so in tune that you ought to say, hello, hello, goodbye, goodbye. You say hello and goodbye.
Yep.
You recognize immediately that this would not be the best person in the world for you. Where it used to, you would have to get into it because this might be the one, and I like that car. You know what I'm saying? So really, one of the things that you notice as you're waking up is you recognize errors faster and you choose the other way. That's a cool thing, even though sometimes it kind of hurts your feelings at first because you're like, wow, I thought this was real. Especially, don't ever ask God to decide for you. Because I'm always asked, like everything I always say, decide for me, Holy Spirit, decide for me, higher self. Whatever it is I want, I say, decide for me, Holy Spirit. Now it's getting to the point that soon as I say that, that's it, it's over, it's done. If it's a relationship, they disappear, I never see them again, never hear from them. Or they reveal something about themselves that makes me aware completely that that's not something I should do. Or if it's a job, if anything I want, if I say, decide for me, Spirit, whether or not this should happen, if it's not for my own best interest, it just friggin' doesn't happen anymore. I used to be able to kind of fool myself a little while. Now I can't even fool myself a little while. So beware of asking God to come into your life. You can't keep making mistakes and being miserable if you do. So watch it. Because when you ask the part of you that loves you to take over, you're going to realize 99% of everything in your life is on the way out. Most of the stuff in your life has been causing you to pay. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to stop here. Thank you for listening to this much of the class with me tonight. Give it up, God. For showing up. All right. Okay, so we're going to do the love offering. And one thing I heard tonight that I really would like to remember is, anybody, one thing I heard that I really want to remember is, when I stop defending, the attack will stop. When I stop defending, the attack will stop. When I stop defending, the attack will stop. Why do you think defense creates attack? You can tell me why you would think that defending creates attack.
Because you're saying there's something to defend. Meaning it's something, it'd be making it real.
Yeah, I get stuff all the time. Like I got an email not too long ago from a person that was like they were criticizing the fact that I do the Course in Miracles and I also do astrology, which they don't realize after all these years that's like one of the most oldest things I ever hear that comes up. They say, well, how can you do the Course in Miracles and then you be an astrologer? And I said, well, how can you do the Course in Miracles and be a cab driver? Or a teacher, or whatever you all do, whatever you do. I mean, everybody's got their spiritual identity that they're working on and some role that they're playing in the world.
Yeah.
But the truth teaches that there is nothing you can do that can be used by your higher self as a tool for your awakening if you want it to be. You know, now you might hate that job, but I hate to tell you this, but there's a way to look at that job that you'll have complete peace on it.
Yes.
Now, if you can't do it that way, it's okay to change the situation if you can't change your mind. But don't tell yourself that you couldn't see that another way and have peace on it. Because you could. You really could. whatever the situation is you're in right now, and I'm really saying this for myself as much as anybody, whatever situation that you're in right now, you could have peace in it. And if you truly looked at it in a way that gave you peace, then your outer circumstances would naturally reflect that back to you. It would. Now, some situations I'm finding that my thoughts and beliefs about them are just too ingrained, so therefore I need to give myself a fresh environment so that I can have so it's easier for me to change my mind in a fresh environment. You know, maybe everybody that I'm in a relationship with is going to give me the same challenge or lesson, so therefore I tell myself I just as well stay in this situation because I got to learn it sooner or later anyway. You can look at it that way, but you can also look at it that it's okay for you to learn the same lesson with somebody else that you don't feel like you have all these grievances against. In other words, it's okay to learn the easy way. It's okay to learn things in a way that's not always challenging for you. And if you find yourself defending a situation because you want to stay in that situation, then accept that too and go, you know what, right now I just want to be in this situation. Yeah. This is where I want to be. And I tell you, as soon as you say, this is what I want to be in, you're going to find peace. Yeah. You're going to find amazingly that relationship or that job or whatever, you notice it's not bothering you as much as it was before. If you go, you know what, for whatever reason right now, this is the job that I've chosen. I'm going to take responsibility for creating this, and I'm going to ask to see this in another way, in ways I can't even imagine that would bring me joy. So you could say something like, how can I experience the job that I have now in such a way that I only experience joy, happiness, and prosperity through it in ways beyond anything I could imagine? That's how you do it. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Right.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to the you that doesn't believe. I'm not talking to the you that is depressed. I'm not talking to the you that won't have fun no matter what. Okay? I'm talking to the you that loves you. I'm talking to the you that brought you here. Did you notice that there was something brought you here that put you in front of a strange black guy that was telling you that you're innocent, that you deserve to be loved? Think about that. What brought you here? It certainly wasn't the part of you that thinks it's crazy. It certainly isn't the part of you that doesn't believe it. It certainly isn't the part of you that doesn't want to be happy. So that proves there's some part of you that really wants support, that really wants to know your innocence, that really wants to know your power. How do you know that? Because you're sitting in a room with someone that's their total purpose. That's how you know it. And just like how you created one person that could do it, and one person that could do it, you could create 1,000 people that could do it. If you got one person sitting in front of you telling you that you're not guilty and sinful and you're innocent and you're powerful, there could be hundreds of people doing it. I'm sorry, I've completely broken your pattern.
Yeah, but you're the best.
I appreciate that thought. That's a beautiful thought. And the only way I can really accept that for me is to also see every one of you is equally the best. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean I'm not glad to hear that. Thank you. Thank you. You'll be amazed at how much more people give you when they feel appreciated. Yeah. It's an amazing thing to watch.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many things in my life that I allowed to slip through my fingers just because I didn't show any appreciation.
Yeah.
I used to come into situations always with one attitude: what can I get? So if I came to something, it was always, what you gonna give me? Mm-hmm. Can you turn me on? Can you make me happy? Can you enlighten me? Can you solve my problem? Can you make me feel better? I came to get. To every freaking thing I went to, I came to get. I would never come in the situation going, wow, what can I bring into this room? What can I give the people in here? How can I remind them that they're beautiful? It was all about what you gonna do for me. And that's what it was when I looked for a relationship. It was always what that person gonna do for me. How they gonna please me. How they gonna make me happy. And then I was surrounded by people who felt the same way, who would try to make me feel guilty because I wasn't making them happy and I didn't know where they came from. They came from me. They had the same attitude I had. It was about me. I didn't go to bed at night saying, how could I make my partner really feel even happier and love themselves even more today? I would go to bed going, that son of a gun, she didn't do this, and she didn't do that, and she should have got that changed. I'm going to see if I can find me somebody else to replace her. I got to find somebody that's better at allowing me to get than she is. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I know everybody looking at me like, what? Really? You mean you thought about you? Who's willing to admit that I'm not the only one? Anybody willing to join me in admitting that there's a part of them that is about you? Yeah, okay. This is good. Okay, so take a breath. Use your body now to bring you experiences of love. You use your body now to bring you experiences of love. Are you willing to use your body now to bring you experiences of love? Ask to use your body now to bring you experiences of love. Ask to use your body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I ask to use my body as a learning device for love. I give everybody in my life to love. I give everybody in my life to God. I give everybody in my life to love. I give everybody in my life to God. That's the same thing. I give everybody in my life to love. I give everybody in my life to God. I give everybody in my life to God. I give everybody in my life to love. I give everybody in my life to God. I give everybody in my life to love. I give everybody to love. I give everybody to love. I give everybody that I know to love. I give everyone that I love 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 to God. And don't forget, you are juicy and cute. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for helping me remember who I really am. Helping me remember who I really am. I love you. Hopefully I see you.